Did you ever make a New Year's resolution and then find yourself unable to keep it? Or tried to break a habit and discovered it was much harder to do than you thought? Most people have experienced this. You notice yourself doing something you don't like, you want to change it, but even wanting to change, you often find yourself reverting back to your old habits. Changing sometimes seems impossible, but you can do it. You can change your behavior. You just have to know what's stopping you. And the amazing thing is, it's the same one simple thing for everyone. And if you understand that, you can change. Let me explain how. It has to do with the way we form habits, the way our minds respond to any situation. So how can you interrupt, vanish, dissolve the habits you don't like? It has to do with how we actually make decisions. For thousands of years, starting back when the philosophers and writers started analyzing the way we think until today, it was always assumed that we made every decision with our conscious mind. But recently, studies in neuroscience show a result that was totally unexpected. We are actually making decisions in our unconscious mind, 7 seconds before we're aware of them. 7 seconds before we're aware decisions are even happening. Researchers at the Max Planck Institute for Human Cognition and Brain Sciences in Germany discovered using a real-time MRI that when participants in their studies, when asked to do anything, showed that the brain activity that corresponded to making their choices started 7 seconds before they were consciously aware of it every time. That means the habits we form, the negative behavior we don't like, we're choosing in our own unconscious mind 7 seconds before we become consciously aware of it. Your mind is responding. Before you've even become aware, you're making a choice. These habits quickly become repetitive and familiar to us, so we feel comfortable with them even if we don't like them. And we snap back to these behaviors because we're choosing them before we're even aware of them. Sort of like we're on autopilot. That's why it's hard to break habits. Until now, to change these habits, we're either indulging these behaviors or resisting them as we notice them. And neither way resolves the original issue that causes them. So these negative habits or behaviors continue, further putting our minds, bodies, emotions in a downward spiral of stress. They make us unhappy. Some can even cause trauma. So if neither indulgence nor resistance of these choices can change the outcome, how can we hope to change it? There is a way. There is one single way to free yourself from this hidden habit-forming aspect of mind. It's a way to dissolve this unconscious patterning. 360-degree open space. A way of experiencing and becoming aware of the space around us, and it's something you're already familiar with. For example, become aware of the room you're in and the space between the furniture. When you walk through the room, do you bang into the furniture? Of course not. You naturally know how to move in the space around them. Now become aware of the space in between the thoughts in your mind, as if they were bubbles in a bathtub. As you would move between the furniture in your room, become aware of moving between the thoughts in your mind. That includes the thoughts of your habits, the ones you want to change. Imagine space around those as well. Think of this habit you want to break, and imagine the space around it. After a moment of doing this, do you feel differently? Do you feel a little less stress in your body? A calmness of emotions in your mind? As you continue to notice and sense the 360-degree open space, there is nothing for your mind to push or pull against, which causes the negative behavior or the habit you want to change to dissolve on its own. And simultaneously, the infinite potential of every moment, which is always around you, becomes apparent. This infinite, expansive, open space already exists. It didn't take any effort to make a change. You merely had to become aware of its natural, effortless openness. Having peaceful emotions, a lightness in the body, were already there for you. You just became open to it. This is the natural experience of 360-degree open space.